You know, this video that I'm making is going to come out as if I'm a hateful individual, because that is the type of country that we're living in. We're living in a country where you cannot voice opinions nowadays, because immediately, if you're a believer in Jesus Christ and you say something, immediately it's categorized as an individual who doesn't respect others' feelings. Well, that's hypocrisy, because on one end, when they tell you, oh, how can you say that about this community, or how can you say that about these individuals? You're judging. Well, what do you want me to do? Be quiet and zip my mouth and never talk? What kind of a country is this becoming? Because the double standard is crazy. They'll tell you on one end, you can't say that about this. You have to respect them, but at the same time they're disrespecting you by telling you that you can't say it. And it's the type of country that we're coming to live in. And I apologize ahead of time for the lack of editing. There will be not much editing in this video. Normally I make a lot of editing in my videos because I just enjoy it as a hobby. But at the same time, I'm a little bit tired. I got off of work and I heard of some news that really has upset me today. And I feel bad for a person called Matt Mitroni. He is a UFC heavyweight fighter. And Matt Mitroni, if you're watching this, be encouraged, man. Be encouraged. Jesus Christ has a beautiful plan for your life. You did the right thing in talking out and speaking out. The world will soon begin to tell people that when they speak out, they're outcasts. That is not true. We are individuals and citizens of this country, right? Supposedly. But the reality is that if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you're no longer a citizen of this country. You're now a citizen of the kingdom of God. And you're an ambassador of God on this earth. And that is not meant for you to treat people with hate. That is meant for you to speak the truth of Jesus Christ in love. And what had happened is, I'll read to you exactly what happened. Mixed martial arts organization UFC has suspended fighter Matt Mitroni indefinitely, my family, indefinitely. This man's way of making a living is suspended. Okay? For comments made in an interview Monday night about transgender MMA fighter Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox, born a man, Fox became a woman through surgery. What a lie. And then trained to fight in mixed martial arts, a story that she, look at how they worded in the media, a story that she revealed earlier to Sports Illustrated. Now, what had happened is Fallon Fox, born a man, had surgery, I guess, to become a woman. But you have to understand is that that's not fooling anybody. You were born a man. Your genetics is of a man. And when you get in that ring and you disrespect the sport and you disrespect a woman by hitting a woman, they should put you in jail. They should put Fallon Fox in jail. I have a question for you today, all of you that are watching. If you saw a man beating up a woman, what would you do? Let's say, for example, you call the cops. What would the cops do? Let's say when the cops showed up, the man says, well, just because I'm a man, that doesn't mean anything. I feel like I'm a woman. Would that make a difference? It wouldn't. He would go to jail. And the difference is, in this case, Fallon Fox, instead of him being disciplined, he's being praised and defended by many people. And a person who spoke out against this, Matt Mitroni, is now being looked upon as a person who's disgraceful. And I find that highly disrespectful. What had happened is Matt Mitroni reacted to this because Fallon Fox did not say that he had an operation to look like a woman. Oh no, he's so brave that he faked that he was a woman and fought another woman and beat her up. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. You may start saying all these Christians, but listen to me. Look at the videos on my channel. Go ahead, click the homepage. I'm not your normal person who calls himself a Christian. In fact, the large majority of Christians dislike me because I call Christianity out a lot. Why? Because there's a modern form of Christianity which isn't Christianity. It's all about the money. It's all about whatever everybody wants. There's 33,000 denominations. Everyone's in it for a buck. I understand all of that. I'm not coming for that. I'm coming today to tell you the truth. And the reality is that there's a double standard, and it's now taking things way too far, to the point that we allow a man to disguise himself as a woman to beat up a woman, and nobody's saying anything. But there's a person who stood up for this woman, and look what he said. Matt Mitrone said, "I have not seen a man beat a woman like that since Chris Brown beat Rihanna. That's a lying, sick, sociopathic, disgusting freak," Mitrone said. "And I mean that, because you lied on your license to beat up women. That's disgusting. You should be embarrassed of yourself." Now, I agree with Mitrone's words, except on the fact that Phelan is a disgusting freak. Because the reality is that Phelan is just an individual who's also wounded and needs the truth of Jesus Christ. But you would think that when a man lies on his license to beat up women, that he would be the one being disciplined. But no, that's not what happened. What's happening now is that Mr. Mitrone is now being banned from UFC. UFC's response to this was the following. The UFC was appalled by the transphobic comments made by heavyweight Matt Mitrone today in an interview with the MMA Hour. The organization finds Mr. Mitrone's comments offensive and wholly unacceptable. And as a direct result of this significant breach of UFC code of conduct, Mr. Mitrone's UFC contract has been suspended and the incident is being investigated. The UFC is a friend and ally of the LGBT community. Sounds like a salad or something. I can't tell you what the LGBT community means, but it sounds like a combo at Burger King or something. But I'm sure it's talking about the homosexuality community, and expects and requires all 400 of its athletes to treat others with dignity and respect. Now, this is the thing that is baffling to me. Mr. Mitrone didn't say that while in a fight. He didn't say that while in a post-fight. He said that in an interview. But the problem is, in this world, soon what's coming, my family, is a lot of persecution, even in your regular life. When you speak out the truth, when you say something that's contrary to the popular demands, you will get persecuted. And you will be attacked. In this case, a man who spoke up for the woman who got beat up by a man is now being penalized. And Phelan, who faked being a woman, is not. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, don't talk to her that way. Well, she's not a her. She was born a he. I mean, he was born a he. That he decided to have that surgery, that is his personal choice. And that was a choice that he made. But that doesn't mean that I have to now call him a her. And you cannot force that upon me, because I have my freedom of speech and I'm an individual. And how dare people say, don't disrespect her? Well, to me it's a he. And you'll say, well, you're judging. Well, you're closed-minded. Well, you're mistreating. No. You say on one end I have to respect your thoughts and opinion, yet on the other you're telling me you can't respect mine. That is the type of society that this is becoming in the United States of America. And this is the country that God has put me upon. I was born in Puerto Rico and I'm here in the United States, and I love this land. I love all of the things that I've achieved in this land. And this is where God has destined for me to be. And it just pains me to see what's happening in this world. We're taking things to an extreme that is just absolutely bananas. You know, there's a school called Grant High School in Portland. They now made 6 unisex bathrooms. So in that bathroom, you can have 2 girls and 2 boys go in there. You can have a boyfriend and girlfriend go in that same bathroom, and nobody can say nothing. And while they're in that same bathroom, if something happens and she gets pregnant, don't worry about it. You know why? Because now the government has approved the day after pill. So now, even if your daughter gets pregnant in the unisex bathroom with her boyfriend, because nobody can tell them different, they both can go use the bathroom, she doesn't even have to tell you. She can just go ahead and take the day after pill. Because now the government has said that anybody, any age can buy it. You can be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, no restriction. They're setting society up for chaos. And the problem is that you're so biased towards, oh, don't talk about homosexuals, that you're failing to see it. This government is destined to fall. They're setting the society up for failure. Can't you see that they want you to behave like this? Back in the day growing up, I would just go to the restroom. People will just go to the restroom. If you were born with the plumbing to go to the male's bathroom, you would go to the male bathroom. If you were born with the equipment to go to the woman, you would go to the woman's bathroom. For crying out loud, you're only going to be there for a couple of minutes unless you have some stomach problems, then you'll probably be there a couple of hours. But it wasn't an issue. But now we have Massachusetts schools mandating gender-neutral policies in bathrooms. Something has to give. And what I suggest to all of you believers in Jesus Christ, listen, come out from among them. 2 Corinthians 6:17, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Come out from the harlot system. It's all over the United States. It's all over the world. And it's destined at taking our society and just destroying it. I know individuals who live the homosexual lifestyle who are some of the most respectful human beings I've ever met in my entire life. I don't hate them. I preach to them the truth. Cannot deny the truth. But you know what? They respect me for doing so. But I've also known individuals who are in the homosexual lifestyle who just want to throw it in your face and don't care about your opinion. It's disrespectful. Do you understand what I'm trying to express today? I know individuals who want it shared to the whole world. I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. Okay, what do you want me to give you? You want me to give you a lollipop, a cookie, a trophy? Okay. You know? It's like a person who's a vegetarian and always making you feel bad because you're eating a hamburger. You know what I mean? If you don't want to eat a hamburger, don't eat the hamburger. Leave me alone. Right? And I understand what's happened in America. I understand that the church is to blame. Because the church has lost its identity. The church has gone to the world. Okay? And a lot of churches are hushed up because of the 501c money. They can't say certain things. And then when the United States of America changes the 501c to say, well, if you're taking part of the tax exemption, you can't talk about homosexuals because they're taxpayers and they're the ones giving you the tax break. What are you going to do then? Sadly, a lot of churches are going to give in. And at the same time, the church, if you're an unbeliever watching this, tell me if it's not the truth. When you look at the church, do you see holiness? Do you see holiness in most churches? No. You see individuals who don't love, individuals who don't care, individuals who don't take time to say, you know what? Jesus loves you, and mean it out of a genuine heart. What you see in the church is you see the church imitating the world. The Harlem Shake, all sorts of music lifestyles imitating that of the world. It's no different. But God called us to come out and be separate so that we could be an example to the world. But the world can't look up to the church in the United States of America or in many Latin American countries because the church has become a cesspool. Okay? Let's come out from among them and start living holy for Jesus. Let's come out from among them and start setting an example for Jesus so that they can say, wow, that community right there, they're living for God. Let's set an example. The large majority of these individuals who are requesting these types of laws of transgender, homosexuality, they're individuals who have been raped. They're individuals who are hurt. They're individuals who their fathers haven't been home. We live in a society where mothers are raising their kids. How can you not expect for kids to grow up effeminate when they don't have a father role in their homes? They don't have it. This is why when you beef with a guy, he may be a guy who likes girls, yet his actions are effeminate. You can tell when you look at a guy if he's effeminate or not. Part of the problem is they relate more to their mother because their fathers, either they were homophobic and talked always bad about homosexuals, either set bad examples. We have to take responsibility. And it all starts with love, not with hate, with love. God says for us to love our neighbor. And it is that love that we have to take out into the community. And it is because of that love that we now have to start preaching the truth. Because the love doesn't mean we're going to hold hands and just sing, I love you, you love me, the Barney song. You have to preach the truth. Because the truth will set people free. May God bless you and your family. And thank you for watching. Sorry for the ramble. Pray for Matt Mitrione. And for those of you that are UFC fans, pray for Dana White. Because he sold out big time. May God bless you and your family. May we all get closer to God. Because He is the only way. He is the only way.